All right, I'm back. It crashed on me, so I have to redo this thing. Draw time map. Let's get the time up here. And make the position. And let's do that. Oops. No. Import that. We're gonna make Railers. Okay. Yeah. Excuse me. Actually, you know what? Let's do the context instead. Yeah. Okay. Now, yeah. So one thing that we need to add is we need to add a texture container. So I'm just going to add it as a hash map. So textures, and this would be a string hash map of texture 2Ds. And we need to initialize it here. All right. Now we have access to that as well. So, yeah, so I think what we need to do is we just go here, and this is going to be draw texture. And I think PRO is what we want to use. So we need the texture. Oops. And the source. And the destination. The origin, we can just set to 0. I believe this will just returns this. Okay. I mean, let's just put this in its own thing. Rotation 0, tint is white. Okay, so that's the basic thing that we need to do, but we need to do this for every tile. So let's do this loop that we had in the game. So we go through, we need file data, tile map, and size 0. So that's going to be X. And a 1 for Y. All right. Now we need to grab the index. Actually, let's just grab the Tilemap from here. And now we can use that. So Tilemap get index of X and Y. And then the tile is going to be this. No, because this, yeah, I need to say slice now. Okay, so now we have the tile. And now we need to grab what the texture. And the texture is going to be the context textures get And yeah, let's get tile.tileset. Okay, so now we have the texture. We're gonna assume that it exists. All right, the origin is just gonna be well, I can do init field 0. And yeah, now we need the source and destination. So the source is gonna be oh yeah, but we have the so what we do is we have the tileset offset or padding, I should say. Padding offset is 2. Spacing padding spacing is 4. And then the tile position in the source, so source position, is going to be padding offset plus padding spacing times, so let's say this is, wait, no, this is actually a vector, 2 by 2, and this is also a vector, 4 by 4, and this is a vector, and this is going to be padding offset plus spacing times the position. Okay, and then that's the position, and then the source rectangle is going to be source position. Yeah, so we need F's as well. So this is gonna be like a vector 2 x32. Actually, F source position X. So this is an F32. Source position 0. Float from hint. Okay. And this is Y. So this is F source position X. F source position Y. The width is going to be, so we have the tile size is 16 by 16. Well, actually the tile size, we already have the tile size. Tile size is Tilemap tile size. And so width and height going to be tile size 0, also F32, float from int, and this one is F width, yeah, height. Okay. And yeah, so now we got the source rectangle, hopefully. And now we need the destination as well. Wait, actually, I just realized something. This is not the correct thing. This is for the grid. This is the grid position in this on the screen. Okay, and that's not what we want here. We want the grid position from the tile set. So it's going to be the tile grid position. Yeah, tile grid position. I did the same blunder when I implemented this the first time in the game. Okay, and now now we need to calculate the destination rectangle, and the destination is a little bit different. We need to scale it, and we also by 4, and we also need to use the other grid position, and we don't need to care about offset and stuff like that. So basically, we will, and let's actually say that position is actually the top left now. So what we do is we say tile position. Well, let's do destination position. This is going to be the position plus, and then we have grid position tiles times the tile size, and then times the, let's do scale v as a vector, and this would be the tile map. Wait, no, this is context scale. Okay, so this is scale as a vector. So we start a position, we then add the grid position times the tile size times the scale. So that should be the position. And then we also need the size, so destination size, and that's just going to be tile size times scale v. And then the destination rectangle is going to be the rectangle, destination position 0, destination position 1. Oh, but this needs to be, okay, yeah. So we need to do this as well. No, this is destination. Position. And so this would be it. Position X, Y, and this would be, this is source. And this is source. And then this would be destination. Destination size. Oh, yeah, this is destination size. Oh, I noticed that. Okay, great. All right. So now we should be good with that function. What we need to do is we need to, well, we don't really have a tile map to actually draw yet, but oops. Let me go to, so this is the layout, yeah. Now, I think we draw the tile first. So draw tile map. And the position, I guess, let's do 0, 0 for now. And the context we have here. All right, so that should be good enough to start with, but we need to actually have a time map to draw. But let's, okay, so we're getting some mismatch. Okay, so these are U size and not, so I think I'm gonna do UX is gonna be incast X, and it's going to be a vector int. And then UY is going to be incast U. And here we actually need U size. These are going to be UX, UY. And I think that's it, actually. Okay, there we go. Well, okay, we crash. Let's see. Oh, so yeah, we don't actually initialize the tile here, the array, to have the capacity that it needs. So we should do that, actually. So we actually do need allocator here, but let's see. So let's do init capacity. And yeah, I guess we just pass this along. So this would be the allocator. And the capacity. There. And then we need to yeah. For the capacity, it's going to be size 0 times size 1. And I think we need to int cast this. Yeah. So, and then we also need the allocator. And we need the allocator here. And then in context, we also provide the allocator here. There we go. So I guess we also would like to have a deinitialize function for this. But since we're dealing with a JSON, if we parse this with JSON, we don't need to deinitialize it. We just need to deinitialize the parsed result. So because that has everything in like an arena. So we don't really need to do that. The only thing that could happen then is well, actually we do need the initial. I was just lying to. So we do need an allocator or the initializer. I mean. And let's grab that like this. Wait, this needs to be self. Oh no. Void. And we do need to initialize this guy. Yeah, because the thing is that even after we have the initialized stuff, or I mean, even after we've have everything in arena, when we actually append or change stuff in tiles here, which we can do because if we change size, we should also change the size of this array. And if we do that, then it's going to relocate somewhere, and that allocator is going to be different from the parsed, from the arena allocator. So yeah, that's gonna have us need to actually call the initialize. And we should also have the initialize for this one as well. I'll wait that. And then in our main function, or the context, yeah, the context should also have the initialize. And we don't need to pass the allocator because we already have it. Okay, and then this would be self.file.deinitialize. Oh yeah, we should also deinitialize the string hash map, of course. textures, deinitialize. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, and we should also here then, when we create the context, we should defer the initialize. Okay. And let's try run it now. Okay, yeah, so the issue is that we're trying to access slice here with I, and it's not populated. So slice will return a slice from, well, the current slice, and that's going to have a length of 0. But what we really want is to, I guess we want to populate this with a bunch of nothing. So maybe these tiles, maybe this could be nullable. Or the tile itself, like the tile set. Actually, I want to have a different thing. I want to have like a tile graphic. And this is going to be tile set. Let's do that for now. Okay. Yeah. And oh yeah. So, and this is actually nullable then. So it's not, it doesn't, it might have a graphics or not. So that's what I wanted to do. Now, let's see. So we want to populate this as well. Wait. Yeah. I guess we can have something like this one called like init width length and data. And then I think we do this inline. We don't have append, so we need to do it here. Append. I guess we can append slice directly. No, I don't think we can, because length needs to be con time. Well, append n times. Okay. Allocator. The value is data, the size, length. And then we return this. Okay. I think we need to do try. Okay. So let's do init width and data. It's just going to be tile. Let's rename this to, I don't know, source, maybe. Okay. So source is going to be null, and its solid is false. Let's actually do this here. Okay. Yeah, so I made a couple of changes to the draw tilemap function. We'll skip drawing if we cannot draw. And yeah, I adjusted to fit the new things here. So let's start this up. Okay, so now we can, now we actually see this working here. Well, we don't see anything working. I mean, we see that the program launches, but it doesn't fail. So I guess we basically go through this loop here, and we don't really do anything. So now we can start. We can try to add an example thing. So let's go to main, and we'll actually do. So textures. We can actually add a texture called tile set initial. So that's my tile set that I have. So we'll do the directory, and then we have tile set initial.png. Let's go. Need to try this. Yeah. And so assets root there. So this one is going to be, I think it's the there. Okay, so that's the texture. We also need, oh wait, that's just the name of the file. Yeah. So this is the tile set file name. And then we need a texture. It's going to be relive.load texture. And tile set file name. And we need to do pointer. Well, actually, I don't think we need to do a pointer cost, maybe. Yeah, and then we put the texture in there. Okay, see if that works. Yes. But okay, so you don't actually need to unload this texture because Raylib unloads it for you when we quit the program. But I'm just gonna put that there just in case. I know that every resource is basically released from, yeah, there's no difference from doing that. But I guess you would need to you won't want to do that if you would like if you would just want to load in a section of the game with textures and then another section you could do that. Okay, but anyway, so yeah, we load in the texture here. So let's put this. I want to put this like this to make it load example. Okay, so we have this. Let's do. Oh wait, now we cannot defer this anymore. Okay, whatever. Let's just do that. Okay, so now we also want to set some of the tiles. Tile. Wait. Tile. Oh yeah, file data. and then Tilemap, and then we have tiles and slice. So actually I would want to go in here and I want to grab the which one do I want? I want, let's say just 10 to make it like appear on the screen. Let's do 15, that's the one in the middle, maybe. Or, yeah, let's just do 10. And then the tile source is going to be, tile set is going to be the tile set initial. And the position, I'll just pick the first one. Okay, so now we should see one of the tiles being drawn here. Yeah, there you can see. So there's the tile being drawn. And yeah, it looks like it works. I would like to have a camera so that you can like move around. That would be cool to have. I think you can do that easily with Raylib. So let's actually do that. Let's go into context and let's add a camera. Wait, this is camera. I need 2D camera. Wait, begin end. How do I make it like this? Or like this? Hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna look this up. Okay, so apparently you need to specify everything here. So you need to do camera 2D. Yeah. Oops. No zoom. Okay. So that should be good enough. Okay, now we got the camera. Now we need to enable it. So we'll need to go into our layout function. And before we draw the tile map, we will do begin mode 2D. And then you provide the camera that we have here. So this is the camera, yeah. And then after we're done drawing the tile map, we can end this mode. So now this tile map should be drawn with a camera. Okay. We don't see any difference now, but we need to change this camera. So I just want to test this. So let's set the offset X. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it moving there. So it works. Now I just need to figure out how to do it with the input here. So I think what I want to do is we want to say if How do you know if the mouse is not? I think we'll do it like this. Wherever you are, we want to use the middle mouse button to actually move around. So we're gonna say if is mouse button down, and it's gonna be the middle. If it's down, then camera is going to move based on the deltas. So the camera offset X is going to be, no, it's going to be negative. Mouse position. Can we get like delta? Get mouse delta X. I don't want to use the built-in functions for this because this version of Raylib has some memory leaks, I believe. So I'm just going to do it like that. Okay, so let's try this. And there you go. It doesn't feel like it's like, it feels like it's kind of zoomed in. I believe maybe that's because of the scaling, maybe. Let's do times the scale. See if that helps. Oh yeah, and the scale is go from int to there. And of course we need this. Okay, maybe that's too much. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just, yeah, let's not scale it at all. But okay, that works. What we also could do is we could check is key down, and then this key would be left control. And then if is mouse button pressed, and then, or is there like a scroll? No. Which one is this? Side, back, right, extra, forward? Oh, is it back or forward? No, that's the other buttons. Isn't it? Okay, I need to look this up. Oh yeah, it's called wheel. Here we go. Okay, so let's do wheel move. So context camera zoom plus equals wheel move. So now when you hold control and scroll, there, it's a bit much maybe. Okay, I think it's like 1 maybe. So let's scale it. And we also want to clip clamp. So is there a clamp? So we want to clamp the zoom to, I don't know, 0.1, 10. Okay, so you can zoom and you can move around. I think this is supposed to be the other way around. This is supposed to be the other way around here. There we go. Okay, that feels that feels a lot better. Okay, and then you can zoom in, you can zoom out. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we have like rudimentary for that. I think the zoom should be also a different scale, so that it's not always it depends on the actual zoom level that you have. What how much you want to zoom in. But yeah, so great. So we've got zooming. Let's see how much we can get in here in terms of functionality before I need to leave here. But yeah, so let's go to context. Yeah, we're at context. Okay, so we have the possibility to load in textures. Let's focus on being able to edit the thing now. And also, I think I want to have the current tool to be the brush, I believe. So let's just do that. There we go. So what we need to do is we need to extend the tool a bit. I think we can have a hook here that says like on use, and then you get like the position. And I guess you get the context as well. And the tool. But the thing about tool is this, I want this to be more like an interface, perhaps. Maybe because the tool's gonna be quite different. It could be a union, like an union enum. But then we do need to store them in an array because we do need to have their, but we don't really need an array, I guess, of tools. But it's nice to have them in an array because you can iterate over them, I guess. So let's make this a union enum. And I think that, yeah, we have the brush. Need the brush tool. That's going to be a struct with a name. So I don't think you can have like common things like this name. It has to be a different. I mean, I guess what you could have is a main kind of struct with the common stuff like name. And then you have implementation, which is going to be implementation tool. And then you have the implementation tool is going to be union enum. And this is going to be brush, for example. Okay. Yeah, and that doesn't have. Okay. So that's the brush tool. Well, I want to have the tile set, which is a string. And then I want to have the current tile. So this could actually just be a source, like a tile source. Tile. No. Tilemap. Oh yeah, it's in file right now. Tile source. So that's a tile source. Yep. And I guess it can be nullable. So if it's nullable, they're gonna overwrite whatever. Yeah, so then you have like on use, and then you need the I guess the timer and itself. So yeah, and then we want also the position. What the hell is happening here? Oh, I think I activated some weird stuff from my speech recognition on Windows. Okay, anyway, this is going to be the vector. Yeah, so the position I think will be sort of the grid position. So actually, let's rename that. That's the grid position that you want to edit. So let's grab the index for that. Actually, I'll just add these convenience functions here. Okay. Index v, then we just pass this. Okay. So now we have the index and we need to grab the tile. So I think that it would be nice to have the actual get tile by index. I guess we can have, I think we're never gonna really use that. And this is now a pointer. And then the index. And then we're gonna get a tile. So this would be tiles, item, or items. Yeah. But we also want get tile, I guess by vector. Okay. Yeah. And then we don't need the index, so we can just do this directly instead. So now we get the pointer to the tile, and we can say that the source is going to be this source that we have currently. Okay, and now let's go back to context, and this tool I don't think it should be an array, but this is the world we live in right now. I mean, it can be easily changed right now, I guess, but let's just do this. So this tool is gonna need to have an implementation. I want to have a brush, and the brush is going to be just a brush tool. Okay. And now oh yeah, so nothing happens, of course, when we click because we haven't hooked it up yet. But we could do it, so I think we want to have else here. So if we are not holding down left control and we click, then, well, actually, let's not bother with that right now. Let's just go back here and let's just say if is button down, and let's actually do this. If context tool, current tool, and we get the tool here, and then we can switch tool and have different like handle on it. So we can have if the tool is actually no, this is not switch tool. Wait, why do I get? Can you switch? What? I didn't know this. Can you switch on a field or on a struct to get the different fields? What? That doesn't make sense. What are you actually checking with this switch? Because this is just a struct. Is it kind of like looping through each field? No, that doesn't work. Okay, I might try that later, but I don't think that's what the switches are for. I mean, a for would be probably better for that, but that's not going to work. I'm just going to try this and see if this actually compiles. What? It actually compiles. So you can switch on a struct. What? What about this? Okay, this is weird. So you can switch on a pointer for some reason. So I'm not sure what that does. Okay, I'm not sure what that does, but anyway, I don't want to switch on that. I want to switch on tool.implementation, and we get a brush here. Okay, and then here we actually want to do, let's do handle brush. And I'm gonna put the brush in. And I'm gonna put, so the context, the brush. Yeah, that should be good. So we're basically calling the handler for whatever tool we have. Right, and now we need to handle the brush. So actually, do we need the brush? I mean, it's a convenient to actually have it, I guess. Okay, so in this function now, we want to grab the grid position. So let's actually do that. And yeah, so this is going to be, this is a vector tool. Okay, and then we just do brush. No, we do, well, we do is mouse button down left. Then we need to grab the grid position. And we do brush on use. And then context file data tilemap. And the grid position. Okay. I think that should be it. Okay, got a couple of guards there catching my improper use of pointers and the references here. But yeah, so let's see. No. Oh, you know what? I'm not actually converting this to grid coordinates. These are screen positions. And also we need to take the camera into account as well. So I wonder if there's a way to do that. So you have like camera, get matrix. So there's the matrix. And then, I mean, I think it's you multiply by a vector. But I want to invert that multiplication. Invert. Anything with matrices in here? There, transform. Transform by the inverse. Oops. And then that. Okay, and then we need to also get the tile size. So this is going to be divided by the tile size. Zero. Wait, this is a vector. Now we can do divide by Tilemap. Wait, why don't I get this? Oh, Tilemap tile size. No, just like that. So we divide by the tile size, but we also want to scale the tile size by the scale. Okay. Forgot to put context here. Okay, so apparently this only works for 3D cameras. Oh, 2D. Okay. Boom! It works. Awesome. Okay, so let's actually try this a little bit more. So let's try wait, we need to go to main, and I want to set context current tool implementation brush source. So this is going to be tile set initial, and the position is first. Okay, so now it should actually start to paint here. Okay, and you can see it works. Awesome. And if we move around, it still works. And if we zoom in, it still works. Okay, cool. So that actually worked really well. Oh, and we crash when we get outside of the bound. So yeah, let's not do that. Grid mouse position. I mean, should it be up to the tool to decide that? Let's just make this function safe. So let's do, actually, you know what? Let's make this a nullable so that if we don't actually have a position, if grid position is null, then we just return. And this would actually, so this is the result. That's the position. And then if P0 is less than 0 or P0 is, I guess you can say, let's make a convenient function for this in Tilemap and say it's out of bounds. and this would be grid position and bool, and we'll return if this is less than 0 or this is less than 0 or this is more or equal to size, or if this is more equal to size. And I'm sure there's a better way of doing this with vectorization. You would have to do an all, check if, well, I guess it's an or, so you would check if any of these conditions are true or false, I mean. Wait, this is or. Yeah, if it's out of bounds, yeah. So it's not checking if it's in bounds, it's checking if it's out of bounds. Okay. So either you are outside if you're out less than 0, or if you're more than or equal to the size. Because size is exclusive. Okay, now we can just say tilemap is out of bounds, grid position, or P. Then we return no, otherwise we return P. Okay. Oh yeah, and this one needs to be like this now. There we go. Oh, it still crashes. Okay, so apparently it crashes because the integer part is out of bounds for this. How can that be? This is a U32 and this is a float 32, so okay, I must be misunderstanding something here. Oh, I guess because it's negative, I see. So this is actually an unsigned. That's right. That's right. Okay, yeah. So trying to convert a floating point number, which can be negative, into an unsigned integer, which can't be negative. So that's why. Okay. Yeah. Not sure how to do that. Deal with that. Maybe we should change the type here to be signed. Because I think that just takes care of the problem. Okay, so apparently there are some overlaps between U32 and U size. You can say x plus y times U size. I mean, it might be across all unsigned integers. When I changed this to the width there to I32, I had to cast it to a U size. But it shouldn't be a problem because you're not going to get up into those kind of numbers anyway. Okay, so interesting. It kind of, okay, so why is this happening? So it's okay. Is it because it's like floored or something? Okay. So maybe it should be like rounded, I don't know. Instead, so I think this is round. I wonder if it actually turns it into an integer. I don't think so. We can try it. It is a special, I don't know what they call these kind of. No, you have to have int from float as well. Okay. Let's see now. No, it still does that. I mean, round might just make it so that, no. I don't know. I have no idea why. So it's like it's negative. So then it gets truncated to 0. So maybe it should be floored instead. Floor. No. Okay, I think if we take this and we say, because this is going to be divisor, then I'm going to make an F divisor. Float from and we do this. No, remove floor. So this is going to be X and Y. And then we divide this by F divisor. So this is like the F PR, the transformed mouse position, over the divisor. And then, so this is F. Then we make this into a vector. And we say int from float. There. Okay, let's see if that works. Oh yeah, and this needs to be like this. Okay. No, it still does the thing. So, yeah. It's kind of weird that it only does it in one direction. Yeah, it seems to do it like... because... No. It's like it's doing a ceiling instead of a floor. I don't know. I don't know why it does that. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. It's not a huge deal. So yeah, we got our brush working somewhat. We still need to be able to select which tile that we want to... I'm thinking like here, do tool details. We might have like select tile, and then you get like a window where you can select the actual tile that you want to select. So yeah, and I also want to add like a border so you can see which where the edges are as well. That shouldn't be too difficult actually. We could just do that right now. So we could just do... So we draw the time. So before we draw the time map, we draw a rectangle. Draw rectangle lines. And of course it's in I32, but that's kind of good, I guess. So this would be... Well, the first is 0. Width gonna be the tile map. Size... Oh yeah, that's gonna be the real size is going to be size times tile size times the scale. V. Okay. And then this is going to be 0 and this is going to be 1. Color. I'm just going to do black for now. And you can't do thickness. Here you can do thickness, okay. Oh, but then you need a rectangle instead. Oh no. Okay. Because then you need to convert everything to floats instead. Okay, float from int size 0. No. Wait, we don't need to do it for this one. Float from int. Oh. And this is size 0. And this is also float from int size 1. Okay. And then this is going to be the rect. And thickness, I guess, go to 4. Okay. Yeah, and there you go. Now we have the border of the thing. Okay. Nice. I wish the camera would zoom in like at like the offset would be over here and you zoom the actual offset that you are, or better yet where the mouse cursor is. You could probably do that, like you zoom and move the camera maybe at the same time. I'm not sure. Okay, so we got the border for that. Cool. Yeah. And yeah, so we have a couple of things left. We need to be able to save. We need to be able to pick the brush that you want to have, including having nothing. So I think we have the tool here for details, tool details. And I think that we just do tool details menu. I think we'll do the same thing here. We'll just switch on current tool. Well, I guess we'll do if context current tool is null, we just return. Well, actually, if we're in here, then we know that we have a tool. So then we want to switch on the tool itself, or the tool implementation. And then we're gonna get a brush. And we can do tool details, brush tool details. So this is the brush tool details menu. All right, so let's also get the brush itself, I guess. Now, okay, I'm not sure, but let's add a texture in here. So this would be like the current tile source. Take like the, well, I guess we already have it with source. But we do also need like the current source texture. And so this would be a texture 2D. And I'm just going to decide on a size for this. So this is just going to be texture. Render texture, I guess. And the size, well, let's see, the size. Let's just do 64 by 64 maybe. Well, it's really the tile size. Yeah, it is the tile size times 4. So that should be fine. I guess this is a render texture. Okay. And we've been begin mode on this. So this is that. Okay. And then we end. So I think this would just draw onto that texture. And this doesn't need anything. Yeah. Wait, but this is the thing. This is the thing. Isn't it? Texture. To the texture. Maybe this works. Maybe a render texture. I guess maybe if we actually, let's do this. So let's do this. So let's do texture is going to be brush. No, that's going to be the context of textures. And then we get, and then this is going to be the brush, source, file set. Also, I guess if the source, we have a source, we do this. If we don't have a source, we have to do something else. So here we have draw like an empty rectangle or something. So here we will get the source tile set, okay. And then the source rectangle is going to be rectangle. The source rectangle from the tile set, that's right. I think we actually want to grab this or this part. tile source. So this would be cell. Oh yeah, and the tile size. I guess we can provide that. And then we just return this. So now actually here we can just say source is file source, get source rect, file size. And then here we can get the source rect like this. Okay. And so this would be the texture. So destination, I'm just gonna say 64 by 64. And then the source vector is gonna be this. Okay. Let's see if that works. Well, okay, so I had to fix a bunch of stuff, but yeah, now it works. Oh, awesome. So yeah, I can see that when you click on the window, it actually does stuff in the tilemap here. So I need to actually fix that. Maybe there's a way to check if ImGUI has actually captured the mouse. I think that's one of the functions that you could do. So I think we need to do all these things down here. Now let's do it and there. Let's actually do handle input here. And I think what we'll do is we'll say if capture. Oh. Okay, so it's z.io dot get want capture mouse. There we go. So if this is not true, then we want to handle this input. So I think what this does is it's gonna, yeah, so you click here, nothing's happening. Yeah. Okay, cool. Actually, I might want to have like, if you right click, then it deletes. That's really easy to add actually, because you can just say if the right button is down, then we want to say on, I guess, alternate. Yeah, and that was really easy. That's cool. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think the last thing that I want to be able to do is I don't think I'm gonna get to actually save it. We'll see. But one thing that I want to do is I want to click on this and select a different tile to use. So how would we want to do this? So I think we want to have a state for that. So I think is selecting, maybe that's for the brush tool actually. So this one is gonna have, let's delete this thing. Okay, this is gonna have is selecting tile source false. Okay, so if the thing is false, let's see. So now we need to go to layout, and we need to I think once we're done with everything, we're gonna say set next window position. So this is gonna be like a floating thing, or maybe we actually hide everything else. So we'll say if the tool wait, if tool is not null and the implementation is a brush. This is basically, this is drawing the main things. And so here we're gonna do, so this will be the select tile source menu. Yeah. And then we also need to implement this. Select tile source menu. Okay, so I'm just gonna go this quick and dirty. So I will basically just need a bunch of, so I want to have, what was it called? Begin? But this is select tile source. Yeah, we're not gonna have any flags. And then end. Okay, then I wonder what this spool is. Is it on close? Let's just try that. Okay, so I think maybe I do need a flag. Wait, how do you... P open? Oh, maybe P open is what you use. Okay. So this would actually be this. And I'm not sure what this bool is that it returns, but that should be better, maybe. Okay, there we go. Except it doesn't do anything. Wait, oh, I need to also check that one. There we go. Yeah. And if we click on this one, how do we know that? Is there like a button? Wait. Image button, but that doesn't work. Maybe invisible? How do I set? Okay, let's do. Let's try this. Hopefully it doesn't push the thing away. Oh, it does. Okay, well, I guess we can just do just a normal button. Set tile. And then this. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So select time source menu. So I want to, well, I want to make it a little bit larger, I guess. Let's set the position to be like this. Size. Actually, let's set it to 0, 0 and this. Okay. So now that should cover the whole screen. Yeah. Basically maximized. All right. So now we want to basically draw the tiles. So we want, let's grab the texture. Oh, yeah, we don't have a tile set selected, I guess. Let's actually just have it here then. Okay, so there's something I've been trying. I've got the actual window up now, so we've got this function working. However, well, it works up until this point. We get this funky sort of pattern here, but we do draw a bunch of grids that's from the actual tile set itself. However, the source rectangle is not really working. So it looked like it was working because we only drew like the first we only drew the first tile here at the top left, and that one was the only one that was actually working. Then the rest actually doesn't really work. So so I'm just gonna review this function and see if I can solve this. Okay, this looks promising. Well, it does look like it works. However, it looks like it's a bit weird. It looks like the X and Y are reversed. So I'm just see if I can fix that. Oh, so yeah, I just found this out. Let's see if this actually works. Okay, so we're back here, but you can actually, I didn't know this, you can actually cast a float to, or an int to a float, and vice versa, I guess. And you can use it on vectors. I did not know that. That actually makes things a lot easier. Or, yeah, a little bit easier. So this would be the size, and then you can say, yeah, this is a vector, but it's F32. And then I want this to be from the source. Actually, we could just do on these ones directly. I don't need this. So width and height. Wait, what happened here? Yeah, we have the size. Yeah, so that's just going to be F size, source size, vector 2, or just source size. Float from int, tile size. Size 0 and source size 1. Oh, vector. Okay, so that lowered the complexity a bit there, so that's nice. I did not know you could do that. And it still looks like it did before. But yeah, I'm trying to find why this looks like this. I'm not sure why the positions are reversed. Is it that we're drawing it in different ways? Oh, it's because we're doing Y, we're looping through Y. Okay, so let's reverse these two. Because we're doing the Y adjacent to each other instead of the X. So there we go. Now it looks more like how it does in the actual file. So yeah, now the only thing remaining now for this one is I want to be able to see, did I click on any of these? And if I did, I want to select that, close this down, and have the selection be updated.